Welcome to this video on the AutoSys Power BI solution. In this video, we'll show you how Power BI integrates with AutoSys and the value it brings to the AutoSys community. You'll learn about the core integration components, the deployment sequence, and the process of creating and monitoring jobs. Finally, we'll run through a demo. The Power BI plugin extension enhances analytics automation by connecting Broadcom Scheduler with Microsoft Power BI. This plugin allows you to schedule, execute, and monitor Power BI reports and datasets directly from the workload automation interface, ensuring seamless coordination between enterprise reporting and automated business workflows. With this extension, you can schedule and trigger Power BI report refreshes or dataset updates as part of end-to-end workflows. Monitor execution status in real time within the scheduler. Automate reporting pipelines by embedding Power BI refresh jobs into enterprise-wide processes. Minimize manual intervention while ensuring reliable and repeatable analytics execution. AutoSys plays a central role in orchestrating operations across multiple environments, including the cloud, and synchronizes these processes with other non-cloud operations. Integrating Power BI allows us to configure process automation centrally in AutoSys. Subsequently, we can execute and supervise all processes from a single interface. These Power BI processes seamlessly sync with different environments supported by AutoSys, such as applications and databases. This integration allows you to effortlessly execute and monitor Power BI jobs through AutoSys. By leveraging AutoSys' advanced capabilities, you can accelerate your digital transformation efforts with greater success. Simply define your Power BI dataset refresh job and let AutoSys manage the scheduling of these workflows seamlessly. AutoSys lets us build configurations with intuitive interfaces and monitor them through simple dashboard tools specifically designed for operational use. Statuses are clearly indicated, and accessing logs is as simple as clicking a button. From an operations perspective, AutoSys greatly simplifies the configuration and orchestration of Power BI jobs. Externalizing operations to a tool with a high degree of third-party integration means we can synchronize all cloud with non-cloud workloads. Using various agents and job object types, we can build sophisticated configurations involving multiple applications, database packages, system processes like backups and data consolidation, file transfers, web services, and other on-premise workloads. The job submission sequence is relatively simple because all job definition properties are stored in the AutoSys plain old Java, or POJO job. We will use the basic authentication with proxy for this demo. All target system properties, including the endpoint, token, workspace name, and other execution parameters, are specified in the J2EE parameters. These parameters may vary depending on the authentication method used. Let's look at the sequence of execution. We start with the three main components: the AutoSys scheduler, the system agent, and the Power BI server. The AutoSys scheduler submits the POJO job to the system agent. The system agent acknowledges the job and initiates communication with the Power BI server. The system agent then initiates authentication based on the specifications defined in the J2EE authentication properties. Once authenticated, the agent submits the job to the Power BI REST API to refresh the specified dataset as a POST request. The Power BI server identifies and executes the matching job. The job execution returns a JSON response which contains the execution details. Both the Power BI server and system agent then monitor the job until it reaches its final state. Once the final state is obtained from Power BI, the job status in AutoSys is updated accordingly as either canceled, succeeded, or failed. Let's look at how to deploy the integration. First, Ensure the Application Services plugin is installed as a prerequisite. The Application Services plugin and Pojo extension have the CFG extension. In older agent versions, you might encounter a PAK file instead. Next, download the plugin extension package from the marketplace. This package contains all the necessary elements. Unzip the package and extract the content into a temporary folder. Navigate to System Agent Install Directory. Next, we must stop the system agent with the cyb agent-s command. Install the plugin extension with the command plugin installer, path to CFG file. Now, restart the system agent with the cyb agent-a command. Remember, this integration uses Power BI Public REST API. We will run a Power BI Pojo job in AutoSys. First, let's establish communication with the Power BI server. After establishing communication, we can execute and supervise the job. Let's dive into the world of applications and job execution within the Power BI environment. Let's start the demo. First, log in to the Power BI service. On the left navigation pane, you can see different options. Click Workspaces. For this demo, we are using a workspace called WLA_workspace, which we created earlier. Inside this workspace, select the dataset that AutoSys will refresh. In our example, we use the WLA_ dataset. Now, after the AutoSys job triggers a refresh, you can verify the activity here. Select the WLA_ dataset, click Refresh, and then select Refresh History. The Refresh History view shows all job runs, including both in progress and completed refreshes. For each run, you can see additional details such as the request ID, timestamps, and the status of the refresh. Next, let's proceed to log in to AutoSys. Click the Quick View tab to review the job definition. Select the Dataset Refresh job to open its details. For this demo, the job uses basic authentication with a proxy. With the job open, click Quick Edit to view the required parameters. The first step in executing a job is to select the machine on which the job is to be executed. The first parameter is the class name Power BI, and the second is the method name Trigger Dataset Refresh. Now let's look at the gateway parameters. Understanding these gateway parameters is a crucial step in the process. The endpoint parameter indicates where the Power BI service resides. The token parameter authenticates Power BI services using either a file or a concise JSON of the file contents. The workspace name parameter specifies the name of the Power BI workspace where the target dataset resides. The dataset name parameter specifies which dataset needs to be refreshed. The notify option parameter specifies the notification to be triggered after the refresh completes. Then we have proxy parameters. The proxy hostname specifies the hostname or IP address of the proxy server to which the connection is established. The proxy port indicates the port number the proxy server uses for communication. The proxy username is required for authentication with the proxy server. The proxy password is the password associated with the username. The max retry parameter is crucial as it determines the maximum number of attempts the job status will be fetched from the Power BI server for monitoring purposes. The sleep interval parameter specifies the duration of time the system agent should wait before querying the Power BI API again to obtain the job status. In the event of a brief downtime experienced by the Power BI service, the failure interval parameter comes into play. This parameter specifies the amount of time in seconds before failing the job due to API failure. Lastly, the log level parameter specifies the level of logging information that should be included in the log file. Once you have specified all the J2EE and other parameters, click Commit and close it. That completes the job definition. Let's now start the job. After verifying all parameters, select Start the job and click Go. When prompted, click Yes to confirm the execution. The current run number for this job is 16,594. After the refresh, a new run is triggered, and the run number increases from 16,594 to 16595. A success status confirms that the latest execution completed without issues. To view the spool files, scroll down to the Spool Files section. Select the required spool file, click Go, and specify the number of lines you want to display. Reports for all statuses are accessible for further investigation or utilization. As we examine the successful job, we can see that all parameters passed by the user, such as job details and authentication parameters, are displayed. Make a note of the request ID ending with BEB9. We will use this request ID to verify the execution in the Power BI instance. Now, let's switch back to the Power BI console to confirm the job status. As you can see, the dataset refresh corresponding to our request ID completed successfully. That wraps up the demo on how AutoSys can integrate with Power BI to trigger, execute, and monitor dataset refreshes end-to-end. Thank you for watching this video.